Hello everyone, and a huge welcome to this very exciting video today where, as part of our lead up video series ahead of the Domain Leaders program that starts this Sunday, we're going to be revealing to you a high level overview of the Masterclass lineup, because Domain Leaders is a groundbreaking, right time 12-month leading edge program that starts on Sunday, and each month we're going to be releasing a masterclass that's going to be educating you about domain. So this leading edge energy holding that is waiting excitedly and in total readiness for physical humans starting on Earth to start working with it and utilising it to help us open up incredible new possibilities and solutions on our Earth for harmonious and free living and peaceful living, and it's here so that we can energetically take ourselves forward and expand on Earth in a way that would not be possible without domain. So domain is a massive deal. So if this is the first you're hearing about it, go to my webpage sarahmorganglobal.com/domain-leaders and read all about it. There's so much content on that page, an explanatory webinar, an energetic acceleration to help you experience domain energy so you can get a taste of what that's like and what you'll do with it. And this is the final video that we'll be putting on that webpage also. But we wanted to bring you an overview of the masterclasses across the 12 months. It's so exciting. And this is why, again, it's 12 months. It's juicy. We want you to take your time with it and enjoy it. It's not a kind of hard and fast program where we ram you with stuff and in 3 months you're done and you're kind of a bit spinning afterwards and you're like, right, what do I actually do with this? It's 12 months of beauty and uncovering and discovery in a family energy. So as I've mentioned in previous videos, all of you that do domain and become domain leaders on the Domain Leader program starting on Sunday, you will be part of a domain leader family energy, which is absolutely beautiful. And so with this in mind, we're wanting to really highlight to you what the masterclass outline is going to look like. So I've received it this morning. I'm going to kind of read from my notes so it's accurate. And there's a few more things we want to say as well. We want to answer questions like, how much time do you need to set aside for this program? And what really are the other reasons behind it? And so we're going to be covering some of those off at the end also. So this won't be a super long live. We are going to take our time with it. Probably going to be about half an hour or so, but just kind of give you a real taster of what's in store as we move through the 12-month Domain Leaders program. So month 1 is all about familiarising our energy, so my energy also, but all of you that join the Domain Leaders program with domain, and we'll be taking you through how it's best to do this. The best way, that's an energetic reference, okay, the best way to do this. And again, just being guided to say, why am I the one that's doing this program? And why am I the best one to take you through domain? Domain is an energy holding that I studied and worked with like for years and years in non-physical, and many of you did so also. You knew that I was working with domain and you participated in many respects also, which is why so many of you have this draw to domain and kind of feel the emotion and love around it. And so it's an energy holding that I specialise in, and it's therefore an energy holding that's my insight to bring forward. So no one else can train you with the energy of domain in the way that I can, and no one else actually will, is what God's saying, because it's my speciality. And so therefore, when we're working with domain across the 12 months as part of the Domain Leaders program, this family energy that we will establish will ensure you are as kind of geared up with domain energy as I am. So together we will be familiarising our energy with domain and how best to do this, and we will be guided always by domain, God, Sali, Earth's consciousness, and Nelson Mandela, who is a key non-physical guide for this also. You will learn what your value is, so you can work with domain at stunning maximum velocity, but with no push. Just wondrous flow. So the Domain Leaders Program, as we've kept saying, isn't going to be something that energetically wipes you out. It's something that beautifully rises in you naturally and perpetually, and always through an energy of peace and tranquil and bliss. This is how you will become the most energetically prowessful with Domain. So for so many of you, that's going to be music to your ears. It's like, oh, not another program I have to bash out and like try and wrap my head around. It's like, as you flow in those flows of beauty and bliss, which are going to be brought to you through Acceler energy that I'll be bringing into this program, you will naturally have the most wonderful experiences with Domain and the most wonderful receiving of what Domain can do. So this is about bliss, okay, and knowing that you are like energetically at your maximum velocity through bliss. That's really important to understand, as we've said before. So with no pushing here, okay, you may have a key non-physical guide present that you're going to meet in month 1 also. If you do, who is this? Not all of you will, but some of you might have a key non-physical guide. There's one of you already who knows very clearly who their key non-physical guide is, that's going to be supporting them on the Domain Leaders Program, as well as all of us. Start to understand the areas that you are passionate about with Domain also. This picture will start to fill in for you in month 1, but with no restrictions. So some people on the program might have one big key area they want to specialise in. Others might have lots of smaller areas, or it might be a mixture of the two. Basically, it's whatever lights you up, okay? So each person who chooses to become a Domain leader will have full and complete access to Domain in the way that I do, because this is what the program ensures, but always with a steer through to what is true to you. This is the way that it's going to feel really good to you and light you up, because you're not going to want to use Domain for something that isn't your truth, that you're not passionate about, that isn't your ultimate choice. It will always lovingly steer you to what you're wanting, so then you want to run to Domain and use it. It's going to feel that good to you. Okay, and so you can ask Domain anything and get feedback and answers for anything, but when it's about what you're really wanting to understand and about what you're wanting to do with Domain, that's when it's just going to feel awesome for you, and so fulfilling and satiating, and like you're one of the luckiest people on the earth. That's how it's going to feel. Okay, so you're going to start to understand in month 1, right in month 1, what some of these areas are that you're passionate about. You're also going to learn, and this is what we will teach you, some of the key energetic configurations that are critical to and support Domain. So we will be sharing this, and again, this is wondrous. Feel like kind of sitting back in a big movie theatre in a really comfy armchair and kind of just absorbing. That's what we'll be sharing in month 1, and all you need to do is listen and absorb, and quite frankly, some of it's going to be jaw-dropping. It's that kind of spectacular. Also in month 1, you'll be being exercised in Acceler energy, okay, to the very most that you can be. So even those of you that have done other really close programs with me before and have worked with Acceler energy, for Domain we'll be taking it to a whole new level. We're going to be energizing that for you, so you don't have to come in and energize it. We're doing that for your energy, for you, okay? And the other thing that we're also going to be revealing to you are some of the areas directly from Domain, so receiving from Domain itself, that it wants to help support us physical humans with on Earth. So this won't be a list of must-dos, but it might open up some other possibilities for you as you're kind of getting clearer on what your passions are with Domain. And then of course in month 1 also establishing that energetic family setup. That's an eternal energy. That's really beautiful. Okay, month 2, again, just taking the wonder here. Month 2 will be teaching you about Myriad, which is a fundamental energetic system that supports domain. We would not be able to leverage domain on Earth as physical humans, let alone anywhere else in the multiverse, without Myriad. And Myriad is going to want to spend the month with you to share her energy with you. It's a very female energy. And so month 2 is kind of an energetic immersion with Myriad, and you'll gain the most depth and breadth of insight into Myriad. No other physical humans will ever gain this in the way that you guys will if you become a domain leader. Again, this is magic for you. It's vast. You've got a whole month to flow in this, and I know some of you have been like, how much time do I need to spend on this? I'll mention this at the end of the video just to bring you clarity, okay? But it's so exciting, a month of exploring this. We will be revealing lots of insight for you and sharing with you on the masterclass, but you're going to experience it and receive your own insights from it also, because it's so vast. You could write thousands. The internet dropped there. You could write thousands of books just around Myriad. So each domain leader will receive different things also. But what God's saying is, this is going nowhere. This is going where no human has gone before. Let's phrase that correctly. Going where no human has gone before. No physical human has gone before with Myriad, and in fact no human, physical and non-physical. So just think about your energy going where no other human's ever been with Myriad, and we're leading that for you. We're doing the energizing for you. You will be participating, but we're kind of leading that for you to immerse your energy with it. Myriad is spectacular, and I am so excited to see what we learn and understand about that. Again, no human or physical human on Earth has ever brought Myriad understanding to Earth, and this is what we'll be doing as domain leaders. Whether you choose to do something with it at the end of the 12 months or not, I will be talking about it in the book that's going to come out at the end of the Domain Leaders program, and then you guys, our domain leaders, are going to be set up to do more with it and take your own aspects forward as you want to. But Myriad, again, it deserves a whole month of love, okay? Month 3, okay, again, more wonder. A month direct with Sali, okay? So the consciousness of Earth, direct energy exchange with insight flow with Sali, specifically to domain. Utter magic with specific focus to domain, understanding some of her history, some key moments on Earth, pre-physical human and post-physical human also, key phases in time to go back to and use domain to understand more about, and again collate and glean and use earthbound energetic sequences to aid your everyday and bigger picture aspirations. This is going the deepest into Sali and domain that anyone will ever go. So again, Sali and domain, that speciality, utter flows of beauty here. This is why we say the Domain Leaders program, you're never going to go as deep into domain and Myriad and Sali and all the other stuff that it offers as you will on Domain Leaders program. It's a one-off, and this is why we do kind of energetically with love hammer home the importance that this program is a once in an eternal lifetime opportunity, because we won't repeat it again, and we want everyone to be really clear with that so you can make the choice as to whether you want to be a part of it or not. Month 4, again, for many of you, this is going to utterly light you up. Multiversal exploration. Learning why Earth is the lead universe in our multiverse for domain, and how our energies as physical humans on Earth are opening this up and will open this up for other physical humans elsewhere in other universes in our multiverse. Also drawing from new universes that have been created in Multiverse 1. So for those of you that don't yet know, we reside in Multiverse 2. There's lots of different universes in Multiverse 2, and there are some really key ones that have evolved physical humans in, okay? We'll be talking more about this. These were first introduced through a 5th dimension Earth event called The Gathering. Domain is starting to take some of these aspects forward now, the Domain Leaders Program, okay? And we also learnt on that, at that event, The Gathering, and some of you will have been there and some of you won't, it's fine, there's a real mixture, that there were new universes created in Multiverse 1. And so Domain is going to help us draw from those new new universes in Multiverse 1. Again, this is utterly brand new. So it's understanding formation energy sequences so that we can really use those to help us here on Earth. Again, it's never been done before. It's like the first voyages to actually go out there and do this. This is how exciting it is, but in beautiful flows of ease, peace and love, and just exploration and fascination and kind of eye-opening wonder. Okay, month 5. Magic and time acceleration. So you know I work with Acceler Energy. Some of you that have worked with Acceler Energy with me before on a one-to-one format, you've heard the phrase time acceleration. Month 5, we're going to be teaching you about magic and time acceleration with Domain. And we're going to teach you through the monthly masterclass for month 5 how magic is imperative to Domain. Magic is intrinsic within it. Why is Domain located in beyond as well? An energetic space, okay, actually a non-energetic space, but we'll reveal more about that in month 5. Why is Nelson Mandela so intrinsic to this also, and why are you as a Domain leader so intrinsic to this? So month 5 is going to be learning that, and then also having a month with Nelson and your guide if you have one also, as you now start to build and shape your area or areas of speciality with Domain, your areas, okay, that you're choosing. And there'll be so much love and excitement and flow with this, and it's something that you'll continue to develop throughout the further months in the program at a gentle and loving pace, where you'll actually be at maximum velocity. So even if you're just doing like 2 hours a week, you'll be working at maximum velocity in those hours. We want this to be easeful for you. We don't want Domain to overtake your life because you're here to live and be physical. You want to learn about Domain, of course you do, it's like groundbreaking, but you want to kind of use those couple of hours a week and just be in maximum velocity with them, and then just go off and enjoy the rest of your physical living. You can do more than that time if you want to, but just those 2 hours we will ensure you're at maximum velocity, and even I've only just received that, so how incredible to understand that as well. Month 6, again, it's just like a pool of scrumminess. What is unique about Earth versus other universes and planets? Why can we do so much with it with Domain? This is what we're going to be sharing with you and what you're going to be learning. Why are we so lucky that we get to be the first to use it, and also that we get to do so on Earth? You have heard the phrase, probably, Earth is a playground. Energetically, this is true, and with Domain, this is important to remember and understand. You literally have the world and Domain at your feet, and you have the world and Domain for you. Domain is a big reason you came to Earth. Big words, we know, but it's why you're on the Domain Leaders Program. So as we go into month 6, you're going to understand that. And you know, Domain is all about creation, divine creation, through pulling understanding and insight and energetics from throughout the 2 multiverses. This is why it's going to enable humans to do things on Earth that we've never done before. It's going to enable you to excel your day to day in a way that you won't have been able to before, because you're going to literally be at one with Domain by the end of the program. But even throughout the whole program, Domain's saying you're going to feel that being at one with it, that heartbeat with it, okay? Okay, month 7, everything we need is available to us. It always has been. What we have done so far as physical humans on Earth and non-physically before we came to Earth has brought us to now, but now it's the right time to go multiversal. So Domain literally opens this up to humans. Again, groundbreaking is the word I keep being told. how we can rectify some of the negative effects that we have caused, knowing that we haven't done anything wrong, but now we understand that God always had this plan, we always had this plan to come to earth at this time, awaken, evolve, and use domain, okay? And so how domain will kind of escalate us into evolved and advanced living with multiversal reach, because we're no longer confined just to earth. We've got that multiversal energetic reach now. Month 8, how you can... month 8, how you can use domain to help other humans as well, because it's not just about nature and kind of earth objects, it's also physical humans on earth and animals also, okay? So how you can use domain to help these, and don't kind of limit it to just healing, but energetics and capabilities that are unique to you now that domain will activate for you. In month 8, you're going to have extraordinary energetic capabilities that are activated for you by domain that are yours, okay? So therefore, in month 8, domain is no longer just a database of insight. It's like this turbo boom energy pack for you to leverage, to traverse, divinely accentuating your living, giving you massive energetic prowess and influence through your participation in the Domain Leaders Program. And again, we will be running these energetics for you. We will be kind of triggering the activations. You'll be receiving what it is that these capabilities are for you, and we'll be supporting you, but we're doing kind of the energetic legwork here to get your energy to where we want it to be and where you want it to be by being on the program. Month 9, further clarity on what you want to do now, again with domain, using it, practicing, mastering, playing, exploring, voyaging, roaming, domain in your everyday if you want it to be there in your everyday. And month 10, if you want to take domain wider, what do you want to do? And this is like beyond your day-to-day living. For those of you that want to maybe go out and share domain, teach domain to others, get others energized with domain, that want to receive insight and solutions about things that we want to help remedy on earth or better or accentuate on earth, okay? So if you're wanting to take it wider, clarity on what you want to do, let us help you start to lay the foundations and support you as you now feel kind of even more confident with domain off of the back of that kind of month 8 and month 9 focus, okay? And if you don't want to take it broader and further, that's absolutely fine, but month 10 you'll experience that further elevation of using domain in your day-to-day to divinely accentuate your living, and if you want both, you will get both also, okay? Month 11, again, really exciting, even I don't know what this is, an opportunity or choice to do something collaborative. So the domain leaders, all of us have the chance or choice to do something collaborative, and it doesn't mean every single one of you needs to be involved, okay? It might be that it's just a certain few and then others want to dip in and out. It's all about freedom, but there's an opportunity and a choice here, okay? For those that want to elevate domain awareness on a bigger scale, and of course we will be participating in that. If you don't want to take it broader, you know, that's absolutely fine. But if you are wanting to take it broader, we'll be gaining clarity on how we can all work together and support each other. There's something that domain and God want to reveal to us to consider. So that's going to be a really exciting moment that you have complete choice over also. And then month 12, fully flowing with your areas of passion now, confident, agile, expert, a specialist. A massive domain leader energy is what you will be. Okay, it is what you are going to be and what you are by the end of month 12, okay? So that's a high level overview. So much newness and wonder to understand every month that we are going to be sharing with you and that you're also going to be receiving yourself, okay? So now we kind of come on to the time question, okay? How much time is this going to take? We would suggest a minimum of 2 hours a week, and you might want to do those all in one go and be in maximum velocity. Others of you might want to dip in and out a bit, but knowing that whenever you do, you'll be utilising maximum velocity and time acceleration to help you get the most out of that time in a beautiful, bliss-filled way, Remember, acceler energy and acceleration is all about bliss, okay? It's not about slog. Some of you may want to do more than that. It's totally up to you. But if you do a minimum of 2 hours a week, and again, you will find that because we're doing masterclasses once a month, you might actually just save those 2 hours and kind of do 8 hours in one go rather than 2 hours a week. Some of you are going to want to dip in and out more so daily. It's entirely up to you. But again, think about that. Just 2 hours a week over 12 months, you become a domain leader, an expert, a specialist. You will get to be able to work the domain in whatever way you want. You will be fully ingrained with it in a way that no other humans will be outside of the Domain Leaders program. It's a beautiful exchange of energy. There will also be, as we've mentioned, question and answer support daily. So Monday to Friday, I will check in and answer questions, and we've received this morning the best way to do that, okay? We want to host a program within a Facebook group because then we can really feel each other's family energy whilst we're in there. It's very close, it's very loving. But rather than having a questions thread in the middle of the group that I'm answering each day and everybody's trying to find their comments and it gets really, really long, what we'll do is for every domain leader, you'll have your own file within that Facebook group, and you will get to ask a question each day if that's what you want to, okay, or less, but we will be checking the questions Monday to Friday once a day. You'll have your own file, and each time you ask a question, we will type out the answer to that question in your own file, and we will put your question in it and our answers. So you will have an ongoing log of all of the questions and answers that you are asking and that we are giving to you, all in one document that's completely yours. So you don't have to look at everyone else's answers because you're going to have your own areas, you're going to be receiving your own things. It's actually kind of energetic wasteland is what God's lovingly saying, because domain's so vast. Of course it's fascinating to understand what everyone else is doing, but you don't want to be kind of trying to siphon your way through kind of long Q&A threads. You want to get straight to your answers. We will probably also be doing perhaps a live Q&A session once a fortnight in the Facebook group as well, where I will come live on video. When we air the monthly masterclasses, we will literally just be sharing them via a Zoom webinar, which you're really welcome to join, but given there'll be different time zones, some of you will want to watch the replay. We won't be ever answering any questions on those webinars because we want it to be fair for everyone. We'll just be sharing the webinar and then monitoring and managing the questions and the support around that separately anyway. So if you can't attend the webinars live, that's absolutely fine. And just for clarity, obviously the program Domain Leaders starts on Sunday, the 1st of October. We will be sharing and airing our first webinar on Monday, the 2nd of October at midday BST. So for any of you that want to join live, but again, if you can't join live, you are in no way missing out. We're ensuring that because we know everyone has commitments. There are different time zones. People have different commitments around work and family, so they will just be aired and then shared, and you can join live if you want or watch the replay. There's no energetic impact that is negative from watching the replay. It's exactly the same, okay? And then questions will be managed in the way that I've just said outside of the webinar, where you will have your own document where we are literally answering your questions for you. It's going to be so much easier for you to refer back to if ever you want to in the future. Okay, what else did we want to say? The other thing I was guided to share, and I'm going to share it, is when I first started understanding about domain about 2 or 3 years ago, but it wasn't the right time to bring it forward, I received some certain kind of key things that are kind of almost like the purpose and reason and intention behind it. And I just wanted to share it with you for transparency, because again, for some of you, this is really going to resonate, okay? And it's going to just help get you even more excited and assured that this is what you're wanting to participate in. So the intention behind domain was always harmonious freedom. And if you think about what that means, harmonious freedom, this is harmony across our earth, harmony across all that is. It feels like a really important time, I'm being guided to say, when we kind of have fears about other physical humans in other places. coming to earth and doing bad things. It's just not possible. The only way we can work interactively with other humans in other parts of our multiverse is through being massively energetically expanded, and therefore 100% high vibration, and therefore loving. So even if you decide to become a domain leader and you're not yet 100% high vibration, that will just occur naturally for you by being present on the program, and it will happen really, really fast. So there's only beautiful flows of exchange that are going to be. So think harmonious, as in within like the domain leaders, across Earth, but also across all that is. Harmonious freedom. What a moment. The purpose behind domain. Think of like a perfectly designed and timed energetic framework, energy holding, drawing a plethora of energy and directing it back out, leveraging new and unique energetics for harmonious freedom for earthbound humans first, and then ultimately all humans to use, anchor, evolve and take forward exponentially. Okay, and what we're doing in the Domain Leaders Program, which is the foundation year of bringing domain energy to earth before we take it out to a wider reach, is we'll be building, developing and enhancing and moulding domain together with God, Sali and Nelson. Okay, the understanding around domain is all about freedom must occur now. It must prevail. And even for those of you that have been working with me just on Acceler Energy, or even if you did my Divine Matriarch program, you know freedom is at the centre and kind of the overarching of all that we do, okay? So it's about freeing people and connecting them and sharing, understanding and knowing, and ultimately creating harmony and co-creation amongst all on earth. This is where domain is so intrinsic in where we are going as a physical human race, okay? And then ultimately all humans beyond that, okay? For those that choose to take it forward beyond our physical time on earth, and for those that want to take it forward in other universes as well, okay? And again, the meaning behind domain, the time is now. We've been waiting for this, gearing up to this. God's been waiting and gearing up to this. We've been in energetic training for this, non-physically, but also physically. Think of what many of us have done, awakening and evolving and advancing our energy. It's time for freedom, and it's time for love, not fear. This is what this is all part of, okay? And this is the sentence that lights me up. A monumental trigger point for epic expansion through love without negative impact for all humans. That is, again, for me, the moment. I'm so sorry the dog's sniffing under the door. I think she can smell someone cooking food outside the door. Okay, and then the reason behind domain that I've definitely mentioned before is accelerated freedom and also peace, but critically kind of accelerated freedom, but peace being really prevalent in that. And if you think about Acceler Energy, it's all about peace, and Acceler Energy will be laced through everything that we're doing on the Domain Leaders Program. So it's about hope, opportunity, possibility, binding and building, collaboration, community, love, connection, change, rapid evolution and advancement, in spiritual connection also, a stirring up of like the hunger and sharing and spreading of love, the swelling of hearts and love, and just this beautiful groundswell that will be occurring just as we're delighting in participating and discovering on the Domain Leaders Program. So these are the ripples that will occur. Whether you choose to take your domain understanding forward but beyond the Domain Leaders Program is totally up to you, but just by your participation, these are the positive fluid consequences, the ripple effects, if you like, of what will occur. It's like the excitement from God that it's like, we're about to do this. It's a big moment. It could actually make me tearful and keep it together. It's a big moment. It really is. Domain, as of Sunday, as of the first masterclass on Monday, is going to be truly like worked with, where those that participate are fully immersed with it. And it's immersed, EMERSED, so it's got a spiritual understanding behind it and like an energetic meaning behind it. So don't just think dictionary definition. But it really is going to be such a privilege and honour for every domain leader to get to work with domain in that way, and it's going to be felt back from domain as well. The privilege and honour domain's going to feel, the delight that God's going to feel, and Sally and Nelson, but that direct exchange with domain is something that I didn't even know was going to become possible even a couple of years ago when I was receiving this. It was only when I was receiving the Domain Leaders Programme, which has obviously all been received, that those that do the Domain Leaders Programme get that same energetic immersion, okay? And this is why it will be a family energy, always be on that. So there's so much love. If this is the first video that you're watching about domain, do go to that webpage that I mentioned and have a look at the full explanatory webinar. You can have a go at the energetic acceleration if you like. Have a read through. Everything you need to know is on that page. But if you still have any questions or you feel like it sparks new questions, do just either drop me an email, which you'll be able to do through that webpage, or contact me through Facebook Messenger. Okay, they are the two ways, or book a clarity call. Again, you'll be able to see the link to do that on the page. But what else did I kind of want to say? It is a big deal, but not in a way that needs to overwhelm, because we're kind of taking the energetic shoulder, like we're energetically shouldering that kind of for you. What we'll be doing is helping you just flow in ease, beauty, uncovering, knowing that we energetically trust you, and that we are excited and wanting to share this journey with you. It's not something I'm kind of just wanting to do on my own. I want domain leaders to be a family and to just delight and take delight in what we're sharing and unearthing each day, and feeling that true family energy where we're always there for one another, supporting one another. You know, there's never a sense of obligation or pressure, but just only a sense of love and support, and just coming together to do something and bring something forward that is monumental for Earth at this time. What a privilege. What a privilege for me to be able to work with all of the domain leaders on that, and God and domain and Sally and Nelson. And yeah, privilege feels definitely like the right word. What an honour, and one that I'm just so excited to start moving with on Monday and kind of energetically get my teeth into, because every day I'm going to want to kind of answer questions and share and explore. It's like the first humans to explore it in this way, in this depth and breadth. This is what domain leaders ensures for everyone that participates. So it is a big deal. It's very exciting, which is why I keep saying it is a one-off. So any questions, just let us know. So this brings our lead up video series to a close now, ahead of domain leaders starting on Sunday. You have until end of day Sunday, so midnight BST, which is UK time, to enroll. Okay, there is a kind of number cap on, or cap on the number of places that we can accept on, just because we want to make sure we give every domain leader all of the energy flows from us that they are wanting and that we are wanting to share with them. But assuming there's availability, you can enroll up until midnight on Sunday, the 1st of October. The first masterclass will be shared on Monday. I feel like there's a lot of energy going on. It starts on Sunday. The first masterclass will be on Monday at midday. Once you have enrolled, and we will start doing this probably on kind of Friday or Saturday. We might actually do it on Sunday. We'll invite you into the Domain Leaders Facebook group. From there, you will be shared the link to access the live webinar for the first masterclass if you want to join live. And if not, we will share the recording in that group for you. So everything will be lovingly in that space, and it will also be, the video classes will be backed up on my Teachable Courses platform, okay, and your Q&A documents will be backed up on Teachable as well. So just in case anything were to happen with Facebook in the future, all of your question and answers and any video contents that's shared will be backed up on that Teachable platform for you, because we know that for many of you, you're going to want to keep dipping in and out of those for the rest of your life, okay? So yes, any questions, shout. There's still time to book in a clarity call, and we just want to kind of heartfeltly just say we are So thankful for those of you that have already chosen to become domain leaders. It just makes us so happy and full of love, and just feel very honoured that you're choosing to spend that next 12 months with us. We are so happy to help those of you that are still deciding, and we just so look forward to starting that real journey of discovery when the first masterclass is shared on Monday the 2nd of October. Okay, we love you so much. Thank you for listening, whether it's live or on replay. Thank you for honouring what domain represents, even just by listening to this, whether you decide to participate or not. And yeah, what an absolute joy to be able to bring this forward always now, and to start finally bringing domain understanding to earth. It is a huge moment. We love you so much, and we will speak to you soon, or come live again very soon. Mwah.